others first. Cause we're been through a lot, but it ain't over. We gon' keep it.
You'll always be with me.
Change the game without even knowing.
And you'll always be my brother.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be there for the last ride. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride. And now you gon' be there for the last ride.
Wow, what an end of an era. The DCEU as we know it is gone, and it ends with a whimper with Aquaman the Lost Kingdom. To this day, 5 years later, I still ponder how the first film made over $1 billion worldwide. It was a fun movie, but I wouldn't say it was $1 billion fun. But let me tell you something, this Lost Kingdom wishes it was $1 billion fun film. Now, will I say that the film is the worst film of the year? No. Will I say it's one of the worst DCEU films I've seen? No. But this has to be a tie with Wonder Woman 1984 on being a very underwhelming sequel. Some of the biggest problems with the film would be the story, the writing, and the action. The story of the film has to be the biggest pitfall, I'd say. You see, nothing of note really happens in the film. You have the conflict, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and the resolution. You have the structure for a 3-act story, but nothing really captures the audience's attention. Whatever cliche or writing trope you've seen in this film, you've seen it in other films in the genre. So it's really nothing spectacular with the story. And that can smoothly transition into the writing of the film. It's not the strongest, which to me is weird because it's written by the same person from the first film, David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick. So I have no idea how the writing somehow got weaker. It leads to the dialogue being clunky, the story becoming predictable, and just a lot of first draft material. I think the big issue with that is that they try to lean way too hard into the wacky comedy and make a lot of quips that rival Marvel. Like, a big example of this would be with Arthur himself. They take more of Jason Momoa's personality and kind of run with it, kind of like what they did with Thor in Love and Thunder, how they made him goofy and wacky. And I'm not saying like Arthur can't be funny. There was a balance to him being serious and goofy. With this one, it feels about 80% goofy and 10% of like the serious moments, and it's just too quippy, too jokey. It's like, dude, we get it, you're supposed to be the funny guy. And lastly, the action in the film was very bland. No action sequence really made me get on the edge of my seat and be enthralled by the sequence. There are some cool moments, but nothing that I will go and remember like after a day. At least in the first film, the submarine and final fight were memorable. But with Lost Kingdom, I mean, the first fight was okay, in the middle of the film had a cool fight, but it didn't do much to stand out. I'll also add in the fact that the VFX effects looked terrible, so it made everything look even more goofy. The one saving grace that doesn't make the film terrible is that I enjoyed the performances. Jason Momoa, Patrick Wilson, and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II all delivered good performances. You really just care about them throughout the whole film, and you really just want to know where their characters go by the end of it. Everyone else was okay, but you only, like I mentioned, you only care for those 3 characters. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom was released on December 22nd, 2023 on a budget ranging between $205 to $215 million. At the time of this review, it has grossed a grand total of $132.7 million at the box office. Overall, I really can't see another way to end the DCEU as we knew it than with Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Sloppy, messy, and a complete disaster. Truly, this was the end of an era, and I wouldn't have ended it any other way with this regime. Good God, what a 10-year run we had, and here's the Superman legacy. Let's see if it repeats the same trends or it's truly something different. Only time will tell. And I'm going to give Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom a final grade of a D. So let me know down in the comments below, did you see Aquaman 2? And what was your favorite and worst DCEU film you had during the first initial run? And are you excited for the new DC Extended Universe coming out in 2025? Until next time, I've been Mac from Mac Movie Reviews, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.
This is fun! Uh-oh.